All right, we're going to build a modular frog chest rig. We used to build a lot of these things. We built them with pockets, without. The modular ones obviously were without pockets, then you could use whatever pockets you had or wanted. And we've not made these in, I don't know, at least 10 years. So I'm going to make a few little changes to this and kind of revamp it and refresh it a little bit. And we'll see what comes out here. These are flat pockets that go inside the panel. And I'm first going to stack this on the face of another, so it's basically two small pockets on the front of a larger pocket. These are flat inside the panel, basically a little admin panel type deal. You can put flashlights, pads, pencils, whatever you want inside here. The original ones had a lot of different elastic loops where you could put lights and stuff in. But what I'm doing on these newer ones is just putting a Velcro field in there so that you can use any of our organization cards, like what you would use inside of all of our bags or inside our fanny packs. So that's what I'm doing here. Where's my color at that's going to be exposed? Right there. So I'm going to put this piece up top so it's got a little bit, at least some kind of color on there. Same thing here. Go ahead and separate those so I'm not pushing the bulk. Now on these, you can make these slots whatever size you want. I'm going to just divide them into two equal slots. You can put a lot of smaller ones in there, but then you're limited to smaller items. A lot of times when I sew slots and stuff like this, if you look closely, you'll see that I tacked it at the top, but then I just run down single stitch. And I do that so that if the end user wants to open it up some, you can just nick these stitches and pull them out. It's tacked enough at the top that it'll definitely stay in forever, but if you wanted to open it up, you could do that easily and make it one larger slot. So there's those. Let's go ahead and edge the border up on these and finish these. I'm just kind of doing elimination right now. We'll just take the pieces we have and put them where we know where they go, and then figure out the rest. I built one of these maybe a month ago, just pieces over a few nights to get the math on the updated version, and I don't know if we sold that or what happened to it. I feel like somebody saw it on one of the lives and bought it because I couldn't find it out there. Now, especially inside like this, you don't have to make these 90-degree turns. My needle is completely up, my foot is up. I'm going to pop this edge tape up, and then I'm going to hold it down here. I'm going to make this turn. It's going to fall into place. I'm going to put this down, and even if it's not perfect on the bottom, you're never going to see it, but it is perfect on the bottom. So I'm going to do the same thing here. This one's a little less forgiving because it's a single layer, but same thing. Pop that up. I'm going to hold that down, make that turn, get that into place, get a couple stitches in there, and then start traveling. And I'm pulling on the back here as this is pulling it through. Same thing here. I'm gonna run my tail out about 1 inch longer. Cut it off. You could hot knife it right here. I'm going to fold it under and kick it in slightly. And then I'm gonna put my second line in there. You guys that have a double needle machine, you'll do all of this in one pass. If you're watching this about how to sew these videos, you probably don't have a double needle machine. There's those. Let's go ahead and put this together. I'm sure you guys with your calibrated eyes and your mechanical engineering degrees can cut a pattern that's equal on all sides. While mine measures the same, I still like to flip my pattern. Top side, bottom side. So when I'm cutting this side, I've got this top of the pattern. When I'm cutting the other color, I flip the pattern. They just tend to line up a little better for me. I'm also kind of pulling as I go. Gets all the pillow out of there. Puffiness, wrinkles. I kind of just pull it at an angle as I go. How far are we? 12, 10. So let's go. The center should be 11. Am I off on that? I'm off on that. No, that's right, 11. What can I measure? No, 10, 12. Yeah, so the center should be 11. First thing I need to put in here is the Velcro that I'm going to sew over. Where are we at here? 12. And 12, so this is 25. So the center will be right here. We've got 369 right here. Yeah, that'll work. That's where we'll come up about an inch right here. Or down an inch. We're going to edge tape about a ½ inch of that. If you've got 9-inch Velcro, you could totally use that, but you don't because it doesn't exist. So, I mean, when you're really balling, I guess you could have 9-inch Velcro made. Two, 3, 6. Every now and then you'll see it in 4. You can buy a roll of material though that's like Velcro. They usually use it for like display board and stuff. You can actually buy a roll of this. It's very, very expensive, of just your normal sew-on Velcro. I think it comes like 52, 56 inches wide. So I made these wider. These are normally 7. I made them 8. I might not want to make them 8. I seem to recall having this conversation with myself last time about not edging this when I made one of these a month or 2 ago. It's going to have some bulk here. We could just not edge that, accomplish the same thing, cover this edge of Velcro and give you more field. I think that's what we'll do right here. We'll just sew this in right here. Am I out of thread? Just ran out. That sound pitch changed. I'm not going to tack that other side down so much with covering it up, sewing back through it when we seam it, and then edge tape it and then close it. It'll get a lot more thread through it, so it doesn't need tack down in that corner. This really doesn't, but I can't imagine they're going to jam anything in there, but if they did, it's tacked in there real good. It won't come out. Never underestimate people's ability to do silly shit. Now we're adding hook to the back of this, so you can put a dangler on here, but because it's hook and it catches on everything, that's the last piece that I want to put on there. So we'll roll forward here. Let's find center on this. I think we said it was 11 was center here. Why do I keep hitting that 10 mark?
I don't know, I was about to say. That other one's 10 too.
Yeah, I don't know why I keep doing that. It's that inner Joe Biden.
You got 10 on the brain.
I got something, I guess. I bought all those USB charger pencil sharpeners and every one of them's been snatched up. I don't have one. It doesn't look straight either. It doesn't look... What has happened here? They're the same here though. Weird. Something is askew. No, they're the same. I just didn't have it pulled right. Okay. So that's 10, 11's right there. We're going to come just a hair off of there. There's a bear over there. What do we need? 6, I think, is what we do. 6 continuous. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Blank, 1, blank, 1. That's exactly what I do. Okay. So... said this is 25, so 12 plus 1/2. Can we calibrate it out of this? I think we can. There's the center line. And then let's go 1.5, 3, 4.5, 6, 6.5, 9, 7.5, 9, 11.5. And that'll allot for edge tape. And then if we go off the thickness of this ruler, it should put us right at 1.5 columns. Now you'll get a lot of shift if you do this and there's foam inside the piece, so be aware. Sew 1, mark 1, sew 1, mark 1. Otherwise you'll get a lot of shift. Also, the thickness of your pencil lead will change a lot of that too. Must be 5 o'clock-ish already if they're vacuuming. You good on time? Now these rigs were taller, and the reason they were taller was on a short rig, when you put all your mag pouches and such on there, you don't have a lot of real estate. And a lot of guys, we were making these big, huge chest rigs, and the shit was wrapping around the sides and they just couldn't grab them properly. So running them taller gave us a little real estate under the mag pouches where they could put frags, smokes, stuff like that. And of course, the mags above them were in the way. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The mags above them were in the way. So by putting frags underneath them, they could put them upside down, unclip them, get them in their hand, and then use the grenade as they needed to. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. How many columns is on this? Let me look at the picture of the original one on the website. Of course, I can't see. The picture is so terrible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. I need a marker. Here we go. Ooh, that shifted quite a bit. There we go. What was that? I will need that.
everything every other, like one right
Yeah,
now?
yeah, just locks them in, and then I can come back and grab them.
Does that stop them from stretching uneven and stuff?
A little bit it does, but like it's gonna get, where most guys are gonna fuck this up is right here. If I've got them tacked in, then I can just kind of roll them and keep this out. Having this light here really is in the way. It kills about 5 inches of my depth in here, but it'll be okay. A lot of guys will go sew them this way and then turn them and come back and forth, and you see your shit all essed up, all crooked in 2 different directions pulling. So now I've got a fold in here, but I've got those all tacked down where I want them. Just focus on them one at a time, keep them flat, keep them straight. Make sure they lay down. While I have this pushed against, I'm also pushing this way, get any pillow out of them, any lift. I'm supposed to put a piece of Velcro up here, I think. I really don't want that piece of Velcro up here. I don't have woodland. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do it though, get it up here. I need a 3-inch piece, off center. Let's go 3, 6, 9, 12. Let's go ahead and put that up there. That way they can take these mags and open them in the up position. I actually had a piece of 4-inch Velcro. So we'll run this somewhere in here. Let's figure this out real quick. All right, can we take this apart without destroying this? I think we can. It's easier, especially, nope, I've cut that motherfucker right there. I just cut right through that first layer quarter. Brand new razor blade. You want to cut the threads on the back, not the material. Be doing with this, with that dull blade that I lost. All right. 1.5, 3, 4.5, 6. So we're going to go from this line. To 1, 2, 3, this line. I feel like this bulk is going to throw this whole thing off of here. Why is that not spinning? What's going on here? There it goes. If we pull this out, it won't get caught in the stitch line when we sew back over it. So there, prepped, ready, all good. Couple minutes of diversion there, but it'll make a nicer product here in a couple minutes. One little stitch, there it is. It's like pulling a splinter out. $100 splinter. See how bulky that is right there?
Yeah.
Man, that stuff is so thick. Man, perfect. Almost like it was supposed to be there.
Kind of thread.
No, it's that straight ass line that I just use my calibrated eye for. All right. This is where it's normally going to go to shit because we have all this bulk rolled up right here. It won't go to shit. Most people wouldn't even notice it, but if it's going to go askew, a deviation of a 1/16 of an inch or something, climb, this is where it's going to happen. I know there's another thread under there. I can't help myself. I want to pull it over and cut it, even though I could just cut them all on the other side at the same time. There's another one. All right. It's getting bulky. They do make a machine that's longer. If I just didn't have this damn light here, it would make a lot of difference. you see that line on the camera? Once we,
Okay.
it'll go away once we sew over it. As we sew it, it'll just remove it. Guys will also use, I've never seen it, but I've seen it like on video. They'll use black light, like UV pencils with a black light bulb. And then you see the marks under the bulb, but as soon as you take it out from under the black light, there's no mark. Fold this in half, see if it even fits. Sometimes this side shrinks more, see? That's where it wants to fall, but we can pull it into line. That's why I left that little extra at the bottom there. Ooh, did I? How long does that Velcro have to be that goes on this thing? I don't think it has to be that big. I think I have an extra inch here. I think this will still work. If not, we just learned something. We learned what not to do.
Lesson.
Yeah.
Or either teaching or learning.
You always learn something every day. place. Needle strike in the middle. Make sure our spacer, holding those so that they don't shift, at least on that first one. All right, that's pretty good. Now, how big does that panel for that fupa have to be? Let me go find out. The skin on my teeth works. All right. So I have 8 inches to work with. And I've got 9 inches here, so I can run this line here. Man, this is gonna grab everything. I know I'm gonna forget this though if I don't put this sucker on here now. Thread? No, I got thread. applying a little bit of tension as I cross these paths here so that these don't shrink back up. Or shrink up, not back up, but shrink up. You'll see guys learning to sew and their pals will be wavy, or you know, in between the paths they'll shrink up a little bit, but it'll still work. You can still get them to weave in. Once all your pockets are on there, you really don't see it. Especially if it's your own gear or your friend's gear. It's not, a lot of it's just aesthetics. You could put together some of the most nastiest gear, it'll still stay together. I would imagine out of necessity, there's a lot of guys over in Ukraine and stuff that are building their own kit. It looks pretty nasty, but it probably functions great for them. And there's a lot of gear companies popping up over there too that are building kit. I mean, maybe they've been there all along, but companies I'd never seen or heard of. There's some cool stuff. They're basically copying fucking everything else out there. They've got their version of everybody else's shit, but it's pretty cool. Every sewing factory over there now is probably a gear factory. Now what's the other side look like? Man, looks perfect. I don't plan on ever having to warranty this or repair it. If you ever, when you're learning to do this and you think you might ever have to get into this piece of kit again, I would recommend you tack all these pals down before you put your edge tape on, and then edge tape across them single instead of back tacking through the edge tape, because you're not gonna get that tape off of there. I guess not that you really need to. You could just cut it off and put a new piece on if you ever needed to work on it. Came off there a little. Am I out of thread? Yep. Man, that's the only corner that I didn't get flat all the way. And now nobody will know. What's the spacing on this? 7 or 9 for the shoulder set? And is it 7 on center or 7 on the inside? This is 9 from here to here. All right, I'm gonna put these buckles on right here.
Spacing you thought?
Yeah. Even if it was off a little, it was still.
So does this fit any of the harnesses that you've already got?
Yeah, it fits the same. This comes with the harness that is sold separately on the micro rigs. Yeah, this is the padded 8 set. We built that padded 8 set for all the big Navy rigs and stuff before we ever made the small micro rigs. And then we used that same 8 set as an addition for the micro rigs. It just makes it easier to put it on a little faster. Doesn't get twisted, has some padding. You don't really have to have the padding. But the hydro carrier runs with it, whereas with the straps it doesn't. So there's that. I'm gonna put these 2 pieces of webbing right here, and these go in here in case this zipper ever fails. You can take this loop here, zip tie it or 550 it, and continue to use this rig. We've never seen a zipper fail. I don't know why we continue, or I continue to put all this shit in here still to this day. But if you're ever the guy that got it to fail, you have this as a backup here. Now, usually if you get that zipper to fail, it's going to involve fire, an IED or boat props, so you have much larger problems.
Or a tiger.
Or a tiger. We've had guys reach out to us after being blown up, or a lot of times the medics will cut the gear off of them after they've been blown up. And they're like, hey man, can you fix this rig? And we have. Most guys get blown up, they're not clear enough of mine to be like, save my gear. So it's usually somebody that was in their platoon that knows that that's his personal gear or whatever. A lot of those guys, that's not just issue shit. So there's that, there's that. Now we will put the zipper in here, put the attachments in the waist strap and the other shoulder strap, 2 more buckles here, 2 here, and then that rig's done. I guess I should go ahead and, this is what I always forget. You might not always know I built a piece of gear, but you can just about be sure if I did, there's not a tag in your piece of gear. That doesn't always mean I built it, but almost always if I did, there's not a tag in it. I forget the tag all the time. It's a little nasty, a little crooked on there. I'll bet this goes 450 bucks.
You auction it, or is it just on
No, I'd just be like, hey, I'm gonna sell this. Make me some offers. I'll bet 450 comes out right out the gate. And then depending what the interest is in it, we might make a dozen of them or so this next week. This week's almost over. We're at Wednesday.
Yep.
I actually need to pop this, come up a little bit short. I'm not gonna have room to tuck this and sew it in. That'll probably do it right there. Scully was wanting to do a Halloween party here.
Well, you want to do a Halloween party?
Man, I want to, but I don't see a ton of people showing up, you know, a week or two after Self-Reliance Festival, after we've had 800 to 1,000 people here already.
The day before Self-Reliance Festival.
Have a Halloween themed party? Well, because we have like shit going all that week.
Yep. What about
Maybe.
The day after.
Maybe. Well, the day after is Monday because we run it Friday, Saturday,
Oh, yeah,
Sunday.
yeah.
We're doing a whole like boot camp accelerator Friday,
Gotcha.
kind of we did with Homestead Apprentice, but it'll be a ton of, you know, mini classes. You're teaching.
I'm not teaching.
I don't know, whatever you want. What are you good at teaching?
I can play basketball really
I don't think we're doing that.
well. I can climb trees. That'd be a good skill to have. I can teach you how to run even though it hurts.
How to run even though it hurts. Yeah, no shit. Does it all running hurt?
Yeah.
Is it? These are like, you know, it's not supposed to hurt.
Well,
I'm off center a little bit. Where is? That's the center. Okay. How to run even though it hurts. I'm caught up in my mic here. My microphone master. You should teach caving, even though
Do that.
we don't have a cave.
there's some around here.
I've had caving in my head all day long. I don't know why.
You want to go to a cave?
Huh?
You want to go to a cave?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Always. I mean, I've been to caves. Yeah. getting more and more difficult. They don't want you in caves. You're not the boss of me. No, not you. The people that don't want me in caves.
I was like, I don't care if you go in a cave.
You're not the boss of me.
More than welcome to go to a cave.
No, because what is it? The bat fungus
Yeah.
thing. So they're
All the caves we go to have signs outside.
yeah, they're locking them and putting locks and shit on them
Yeah, and they also, you can only visit one cave per like month or something.
because of the fungus.
Yeah.
In case it's in that one, it doesn't spread.
Yeah.
You know them guys putting them locks up there ain't doing that bullshit.
No.
You know they're going wherever they want to go.
Yep.
It's just their way to have their own little private cave system.
That's why I just go no matter
You're
what.
not in the club. They have figured out a way to keep all the
How do they know?
normies out.
I think you have to get a permit now.
A fucking permit for everything. Legal for a fee. I'm sure there's something to it, but it's like me being like, well, you have to have a permit to have a sewing machine. Is your clothing held together with stitches? You need a permit.
Did it go through me?
Weights and measures, tariffs and taxations. Man, I feel dirty.
Muggy, sweaty.
We've been working all day. I don't feel like we worked all day, but not like difficult work. I think my guys inside worked harder than I worked today. You think what?
Even the people that repair the Taco Bell digital cashiers work hard.
What are you talking about?
Have you been in a Taco Bell recently?
No, I haven't
With
been in
no
a taco.
cashiers?
I've not. I have not been in a Taco Bell for a decade,
They
probably.
won't let you order anymore through a person. You have to go to an electronic kiosk.
That's what McDonald's are all moving to. I haven't been in one of them neither. But during COVID, they were doing that bullshit. Yeah, fuck them.
They do it now.
Now they're literally outpriced out of most of their market. Like the last hamburger I got, I want to say is Burger King, and I got a Whopper, a double Whopper with cheese, and I want to say it was $11.
Yeah, McDonald's is the same thing. It's like $10 for a burger. You're like,
And McDonald's is shittier. At least the fucking people at Burger King fucking smile at you while they're taking your $12.
Taco Bell's the same, man. It's like a quesadilla is like $7. It's just a tortilla with
It's
chicken.
fucking so horrible too. Taco Bell?
Fast food wars.
The fast food wars, that's right. Murder, death, kill.
That's your friendly. You'll know it first try.
Don't I always? I got all of them first try. All my children were from the first date.
For the first.
From the first mate. The first mating. I don't know. Looks like it was first try. First blood.
Jean-Claude.
Whatever happened to Jean-Claude Van Damme? What's he, like 80
Still
now?
looks great, man.
Does he?
Yeah,
All the growth?
probably.
Holding them together like glue.
JCVD never dies.
Jean-Claude Van Damme. Wasn't he calling in, what was that movie they all made where all of them were in it? Invincibles?
The Expendables.
Expendables.
Yeah.
And he was calling in the first one, kept calling on the answering machine, wanting to be in the movie. Antonio Banderas, or was it Antonio Banderas? One of them kept calling, but then he was in the next movie. How many of those they got now? Like 20, 30 of them?
I don't know, man. I saw the first one and I was like, that's good enough.
It was impressive, like when he threw Stone Cold through Stallone through the door or whatever and actually hit the brick and it broke his back or some shit. Who knows? I mean, maybe that's just publicity stunt, but what are they? They got to be like 80 or so now, huh?
Sure.
Like you see Stallone, and I mean, I wonder how much is like movie makeup and CGI stuff now, but he's still pretty fucking amazing for how old he is and some of the workouts. I mean, you never know, I guess.
He is 78 years old.
Didn't he get busted out? Wasn't some of
the
these
fake
fake weights?
plates,
Yeah.
He's using those 10-pound 45 foam plates.
Is that what they are?
Yeah.
And they're the only, you would think somebody would make some fake plates that look like the real ones.
Yeah, instead of the New York plates, the same ones that everybody can get on Amazon.
Is that the deal?
Yeah.
I never heard about it till you told me about it.
Pretty wild. A lot of people will still do something impressive, but they'll stack those on the inside.
So you don't see
Yeah.
them? Got it. I never heard about it till when I was benching. I was out here squatting like 800 pounds, and you're like, are those fake weights? I'm like,
Yeah.
what are you talking about,
You're like,
fake
what are
weights?
you-
You're gonna break yourself in half. Why don't you just use the fake weights, she said.
I weighed each one, they're all real.
They're all real, all of them. Is that where guys get those off Amazon?
Yeah.
This rig's pretty tall. I think I'm gonna run this not quite to the bottom. There's a lot of bulk here, so when you're sewing backwards, go really slow, or preferably if you're not real comfortable with the machine, turn the work a couple times and don't sew backwards through a lot of bulk. Remember, I've got all that extra edge tape and shit here on these edges from those pockets. And I'm sewing this closer to that zipper so that this pull can't get down there inside, because I did run the track further down inside, just so that it's easier to sew it closed. What do I have here? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 layers of material with the edge tapes that are on there. I could have definitely cut 2 out by not edge taping that, but I didn't think about it till I was already past it. So that's 12 layers of material right there. Now, this one, I'm gonna nick one, I think I'm gonna nick one stitch. That'll let 2 or 3 come out there. Now I can pull this in line a little cleaner. I'm gonna come right here. That's a lot of bulk right there, man. It's thick. See, it just did something weird. It cut the thread too. I don't know why it's so thick right there. must have where I tagged that, tucked that edge tape under. So there's actually 13, 14 layers of material right there. And there's always the question when you're building this, do I really need this second layer of material inside? And you really don't. If you're gonna second layer it, you can just second the top so that this can't rip through if that's ever a concern. And then the back, it really doesn't need it. Something's up. It's a little crunchy. It's not supposed to be like that. So, this machine has spun the bobbin case. If you come over here, you can probably see what I'm doing. I don't even have the tool out here. This is not supposed to do this. This is supposed to be under this index finger here. Ooh, is that loose? Yeah, that's not, wow, that's not supposed to be like that. So this index finger, I might be able to get it with this. I'm not gonna be able to tighten it enough with this, but you can spin that back in, put that there, and we will screw this back in here. This indexing finger here has been worn for a long time. It's literally like a $3 part I haven't put on here. I'm gonna get a screwdriver and tighten it down, and then we'll be back and running. Can you see it? Here. It's this screw right here. And this comes up here, and it has a little finger that indexes into a slot in this. This is your hook. And in that hook, that's where your bobbin carrier goes, and in that bobbin carrier is the bobbin of thread. You want to get you a nice long flat bladed screwdriver like that, because this will do most of the things you need to do. I'm going to get in here right here, not be in the way of the table. I'm going to get plenty of leverage. Now that's tight, and you can also use that to adjust anything you need down and through here. So that'll do 90% of what we need to do here. So let's see, are we still crunchy? Am I going to pick up thread? Ooh, I'm not picking up thread.
Is your bobbin out?
No, I'm low, but I'm not out. Let's go ahead and change it, see if it works. I literally have like 10 more stitches and this thing's done.
I'm about to hand stitch it.
It is not picking up. What, am I out of time? Am I 180 out? Yep, there we go.
Pick it up now?
Yep. Now is this machine gonna completely grenade right here? That's what always happens. Am I stitching? Yeah. This is where you're gonna be at the eye surgeon later
And then
tonight.
we're both like,
Yeah, looks like it's running. Let's go ahead and there it is. All right. Modular NSW chest rig. Motherfucker. Where is that Velcro? Remember when I took it off of there and I said I'm going to forget it? All right, I'll open it tomorrow and put it on there. This will have Velcro on the back here so you can put your dangler. It'll have the cover here. The changes are that it will have the Velcro on the back. The changes are that the pockets inside are a little bigger. The changes are also in the inside, you've got this Velcro field so you can put mag cards for pistol, rifle, or utility stuff here. You could put two mesh, you could put a mesh pocket in here. And then these are a little bigger for maps. frequency charts, any admin type stuff you want there. We have an admin type deal coming out. We did it as a promo a couple weeks ago that held pins and a journal and stuff. We're going to have some of that stuff stacked where you could put that in here too. So that's that. There it is. I don't think we've ever made one in woodland. And that's the video, guys. If you have any questions, ask. If you have comments, make them. If you like this video series, let us know, and we will do another one next week. See you guys next week.
They tore it down, I rebuilt it. I give myself a task. You can bet your ass I fulfill it. Yeah, man, I'm talking about realest, one of the realest to try. My family.